Hey guys, Footy Focus podcast, grand final review and trade period preview.
The voice you're hearing is Nax's, and he's back from his jaunt to Europe.
Yeah, so
Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. We'd like to say firstly thanks, I would, to Chad, Ainsley and Shane. So they filled in the last 3 weeks and kept you company.
Yeah, they did great, yeah.
You weren't too lonely, were you?
All of them?
Yeah, I did listen to all three. We had a lot of train rides.
Yeah. Good
I listened to the Shane one once we got back. So, they're just fill-ins. I guess fill-in's the operative word, so they should probably get their own pod.
Yeah.
Unless you're ditching me for that.
They could be a competitor, but to say thanks, Yannick bought you all gifts. So come to his place in Mount Waverley to pick him up. I'll text you guys the address.
Yeah, 457 Waverley Road.
Yep.
Someone's going to get robbed now.
All right. So that's very generous of you.
Yeah, so I'll get your quick thoughts about the grand final. Probably not much to talk about, but...
Just kidding, guys. Yeah, okay, we'll get on to the grand final. You got here just in time to watch it.
Yeah, so probably should have delayed the flight and come back a day later and missed it all, but what do you think of it?
It was pretty boring. Heading into it, it was highly unlikely. Yeah, I think everyone was. People were speculating how GWS could win, and they got a couple of big ins before the game. And after last year, I think people were expecting a close grand final.
Yeah, more competitive showing. Mm-hmm. The game was probably over second quarter, the back end.
Oh no, even like middle of the second.
You probably felt the momentum, didn't you?
Yeah. But it was a bit of an underwhelming game, but Richmond, they deserved it, and they were just awesome on the day. So at least they played good, exciting footy, and it wasn't like a scrap or anything.
Yeah, you can still watch them. I was flicking on my phone, flicking between the phone and the TV the last 2 quarters, but I mean, Dusty, Cochin, Rioli, they're still Pickett even. They're still players you want to watch.
Yeah.
Despite the blowout, but
so maybe just in general, what won them the game?
Yeah, I think just the pressure. The fierce tackling pressure. I mean, the first quarter was probably stalemate until they kicked the last 2 goals in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, there was no score until like the 16th minute or something.
Yeah,
so it was some sort
Cameron
of
kicked that
crazy
bomb.
record. Yeah.
Yeah, I think just the tackling pressure, because I started counting the number of holding the balls and I just lost count because there's just that many. The Cochin hit on Mumford. It wasn't
that was a good tackle.
It was a free kick against Cochin in the end, but it really set the tone for the match. The captain taking down
he's done that a couple of times. Like I think he did in the prelim as well. So
he took down Stanley, I think.
Yeah,
when they were down as well.
But yeah, I agree with you. It was the pressure. Like they were just gang tackling them or just corralling them. Or
the Giants couldn't get out of the back half. It just every time they got the ball, they'd kick it back to them.
They didn't have it on their terms at all. Maybe for a little patch, maybe 5 minutes into that first quarter, they had a bit of momentum, but they didn't take the opportunities. They missed a few.
And they missed some easy shots. I think I remember Himmelberg was probably their best set shot. He missed an easy shot in the second quarter, and then Rioli went down the other end and kicked it. And then I think from then on they kicked 11 goals straight after the first one. Not straight, but 11 goals in a row.
Yeah, in a row. So who kicked? Dustin Martin kicked the first for
the Tigers.
Tigers. Yeah. So he played a lot forward in the first half.
Well, in the finals, he's played mostly forward, hasn't he? Even against Lion, he kicked 6 goals. He played
mainly
mostly forward. Yeah.
So maybe they were just preserving him. I don't think he was carrying anything, but
no, I think they're just trying to maximise the impact. So he kicked 4. Won the Gary Ayres medal for the best finals player again.
Yeah, I don't know about that medal. Do you like that medal? I don't know. It's a bit
skewed because I think Taranto had a great grand final and I think another final, but you pretty much only got to have 2 good finals. Like Dusty, I don't think did he get any votes in the prelim? I don't think he did he?
He must have, surely. I don't know.
But...
and he didn't play a game, so suddenly you can be the best player and have play only 3 games.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't know. It's a bit of a
it should be average points maybe per game.
Yeah, maybe. Just scrap it.
Yeah. So, do you think there was any good players for the Giants?
Yeah, I guess Taranto was the obvious one.
Yeah.
He won, I think, leading possession winner maybe.
He didn't win cheap. He won mostly half contested ball, so no cheap possessions there.
They interviewed his mum on the radio with Gary Lyon and Watson.
Tim, yeah.
Yeah. Toronto's mum had him when she was 16 in America.
Really?
Yeah. And
Just
then
a kid, yeah.
Yeah. So teenage mum, and grew up Melbourne supporters, all of them. So he was born in the States. Oh no, he was conceived in the States. And then
He's got a dad that's in the States, isn't he?
I think his dad's Canadian or American.
I think he lives in the northern hemisphere.
But yeah, he was probably their best.
And he's
easily their best.
Third year player. Yeah. So there's a lot of other players more experienced than him that didn't stand up at all.
Haynes was pretty good.
Yeah, Haynes.
Yeah.
He's really stood up. I mean, was he All-Australian? He was in an All-Australian team, wasn't he?
I think so, but yeah, he's a gun. He's had a really good final series, He was always a gun. He's just underrated. One of those people that you don't talk about. Shaw was okay. I didn't see him.
He tried hard. I don't think he was one of the better players, but...
The ball was just in their defence that much that some of them had to be good. Who else was good? I don't know. I think... Yeah, everyone else was pretty average.
All their guns didn't really stand up. Like Whitfield, Kunkic on his right, obviously still affected.
Appendix removed, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Green, I think he missed two goals in the first half and just didn't have an impact.
Yeah.
Josh Kelly was really disappointing too. He's $1 million player, isn't he?
And
Just didn't do enough.
I guess he needs those inside balls so his game can be better. He can't be... He's sort of like the cherry on top almost. You need your Cornelius, your Wards dishing it out to him. So.
Yeah, but for $1 million player, you got to be able to go inside and have more of a mix to your possessions.
Yeah, and Davis was the other one that was obviously playing with an injury. Yeah.
Well, that's good one to jump into. Do you reckon he should have played?
I think he should have. Yeah, he probably should have because he's their captain and spiritual leader and things like that. But in hindsight, he's just criticize the Giants in hindsight.
I mean, you should do a fitness test that close to the game. I think he was always going to pass the test regardless of what happened.
Yeah, okay.
And they're saying Keith should have played, but you think Keith would have done better on Riewoldt? I don't know.
Probably not. They're probably I mean, football clubs, they're not stupid, so they would have made a call and, it just didn't pay off.
It's 89 points. It's not... He cost him the game.
I mean, he's not the first player to play injured in a grand final. There would have been many, and you get it. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. So
yeah.
And he was playing on a pretty good, agile, fresh player in Riewoldt. So
yeah, exactly. When they played 3 tough finals in a row, Richmond had played before then 2 matches in 4 weeks. So it's by...
I put $5 on Riewoldt to win the Norm Smith.
Oh, did you? I thought that was first goal. Was it Norm Smith?
Yeah.
Did he get in the votes?
He got in the votes.
He wasn't in the top 3 though.
No, I think he was 5th or 4th or 5th. I think he got a couple, but he was in the conversation.
At half time, I would have had him second probably because you kicked 3 goals in that second.
Yeah.
I'd still have Dusty 1, but at half time, if you probably stopped it, then he probably would have.
Any other game, you probably could have. For kicking 5 goals in the grand final, might give it to you, but it was a little bit of a. And I put $5 on Rioli as well, but.
Norm Smith.
But that was all. But I could have got $100 back if Dusty wasn't so good.
Well, he had a good game too. That goal in the quarter time siren, that was pretty big too. Rioli,
Yeah, he did, but maybe next year.
So who was on the Norm Smith? So who was your 3, 2, and 1?
I'd go Martin. I'll look at the players that stood up in the first half when the game was won. More specifically in the first quarter and a half. And Martin, Riewoldt, and probably Prestia was the other one from the inside. He just won a lot of the balls. Sort of goes a bit unnoticed. But those 3 I think were the ones deserved it. Hooley I didn't notice as much. Wasn't as eye-catching in that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't pay much attention after the game was won. I was watching it with Gihan and we were just chatting pretty much. What were you watching about that? Just at home?
At home, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I had Pickett. I had Martin obviously 3. I had Pickett 2 because I thought Pickett's second quarter really turned the match.
Okay.
Probably could argue between Hurley and Riewoldt for 1, but I had Hurley 1 just because I thought the back half stood up all day and probably not punish Riewoldt for playing on a half-fit Davis, but
that's the other,
You probably could have put a few more players in there too, like
the unsung players.
The unsung heroes like
Ashbury.
Edwards too,
Lambert, those
Grimes,
guys, let's talk. Get on to probably the biggest story of the grand final.
Yeah,
Pickett.
Yeah, so that's I don't know, the best story that we've probably.
Damien Barrett said it was his favourite story of the year, I think, or ever, or something like that.
If he didn't touch it though, but I disagree. I mean, he had to play well. And
he had to play well. He got in the votes, which makes it important. Yeah. If he just had a 12 possession, 1 goal game, like an average game, we probably wouldn't be talking about it. But the fact that he was able to impact.
Yeah, and he justified. I mean, Cam McIntosh has played in the Premiership, and Jack Ross has played pretty well in his first season, and they're more proven than Pickett at the AFL level, and they got held out of the VFL Grand Final too. So justified that call as well.
Yeah, so his dominance, could you put it to the Giants not knowing what they're going to come up against? Like, they would have had scouts, or they would have watched the VFL replay where he was best on ground.
Yeah. I don't think they expected him to play that much in the mid, because
he started in the centre a lot,
square, yeah. And he a few clearances as well, that blind turn, and then
good coaching.
Had a few like.
What do you think of the blind turn? I thought it was a bit funny. I thought
it was like slow motion.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to do it. He could have just used his agility, because the GWS player was going sort of away from the camera to say, and so he did it, but there was a good meter between him. So it looked a bit funny, but it was still pretty good. I mean, yeah.
I think his touch, like as I said, the second quarter really helped turn the match. I think he was involved in some of the big moments. Like he kicked that ball to Rioli on the quarter time before that goal.
Yeah.
And Dusty's second goal, the one where he broke away from Davis at the end, like he's the one that kicked it into the forward 50 as well.
Yeah, a lot of score involvements.
Yeah, 9 out of 20 9 out of 20 touches. So most inside 50s and over 500 metres gained. So as I said, I mean, you probably would have had him top 5.
Yeah, definitely.
In the place. I mean, that's.
I mean, it was a toss of a coin, like for the one vote, really, in my eyes. But he's getting talked up, but I'll just be wary, because he's going to get more attention next year. I don't know. He probably won't get tagged, but there'll be an accountable midfielder put on him.
Well, he signed a 1-year extension already. I mean, I think the question I wanted to ask you was, you reckon there's a next Pickett or a Stack at lower levels? I think clubs might look at, like he dominated the waffle for a couple of years, same as Tim Kelly.
Yeah, there's always picking them is the other thing. Like normally there's something that holds these players back. Like either it's attitude, or they can't run. They might have
fitness issues.
Or I don't know. Maybe Indigenous players have a family sort of connection with their where they come from. So whatever it is, the good clubs that can pick these players out and get the value for minimum wage are the ones that contend.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think Pickett at the Gold Coast would have worked, but Pickett at Richmond with that strong culture,
yeah, exactly,
worked well. And then the other one was, you reckon Nankervis and Soldo, you reckon that combo worked? Because look, I'll admit, I think I was telling you the week before that they should only play one, because I thought it would hurt their rotations and play a runner.
Shows how flexible that team is, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because obviously they had Greek playing that second rock role in the first premiership.
Yeah.
And then...
Was Nankervis injured a lot of the year? He was, wasn't he?
He was. He only came back in late.
So he might not have been as fit, so maybe they had to go with the two.
Yeah.
But it just shows you they'll probably be better without the second ruckman.
Yeah.
I think McIntosh used to sometimes pinch it. I can't remember. So he didn't play, so maybe they went with the two.
And they won the clearances 35-32 too, which is GWS's biggest strength. That's where they kicked their goals from.
Yeah, that was leading in, GWS are the best clearance team or something.
Yeah, it was a huge win.
And Richmond were the worst. So
they have Sam Jacobs, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, coming in to replace Mummy.
Okay, we might quickly talk about Richmond then, their potential dynasty, because their stars are still... They're closer to 30, but they're still in their prime. They've still probably got a couple of years left of their prime. So do you think they'll contend? Or they'll contend next year, but could they go back to back?
Yeah, I mean, they should. I think probably a pass mark for this team is probably 3. I mean, you look at, like you said,
three
premierships in total.
4-year window or 5-year, whatever.
Which I think, 3 is a dynasty. I mean, you got Rance to come back. Mm-hmm. Stack, who probably had the most impact of any rookie. Because while she's playing in a bottom 4 side, Rosie in a bottom 8 side.
So you got Stack to put in there.
Yeah. I mean, Pickett, full pre-season of him.
Couple of years of him,
Yeah, and there's a guy, Collier Dawkins, who people seem to think there's a lot of hype over him.
I think he's got 2 mums,
2 mums?
Yeah.
I did not know that. No, but he's probably what they need, that big inside body. And look, if he steps up, you got more leeway to go up, and you got Edwards and Lambert who are just perennially underrated. Castagna as well. I thought he was probably maybe top 5 or top 7 players.
He kicked 5 points. It was like a record or something.
He kicked a few. He might have got some votes.
He was very he ran with the ball, which was really eye-catching, so he played a really good game. And they've got all these guys to come back and a couple of young players. They'll probably lose a couple as well.
McIntosh and
Butler and Ellis. Yeah, they might leave, but
they're not big losses.
Yeah. They gotta but talking up dynasties is a dangerous thing because
you've still got to win.
It's easy to do it. Like we were talking about a GWS dynasty a couple of years ago, and exactly. So
North won 2, didn't they? 96 and 99.
2, probably
that's
underachieved.
Pass or?
From what I hear,
maybe one more.
Maybe 98. I guess 98 should be now. 99 should have been Essendon's, but
even the Dons a couple of years later, they only won 1, and they probably should have won 2 or 3 as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you guys, you didn't win. You got into grand finals.
Yeah, 1 out of 4.
But, so, talking of those young guys coming in, they've got another Rioli coming in a couple of years.
Morris.
Father, son, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Junior, I think.
I think it's 7 flags for the Riolis. So,
yeah. So, Riolis equals flags. So, it should be a scary proposition when they come in.
Yeah, while we're on Riolis.
Oh, yes.
The Rioli news dropped since last week with Shane.
Yeah,
Sorry, Shane.
So Shane might be even more disappointed now to hear that he's always been.
I was a bit sad listening to him. He was sad on the pod. So maybe we shouldn't talk about this, but
could this new news be a positive in any way? He was tested positive for cannabis on game day, after the elimination final against Essendon.
So it was a couple of weeks after, obviously, the urine substitution. Now, I mean, it makes sense that every player should be game day tested, period. I think the AFL has enough money to do that. Even after the AFL Grand Final, I think the testers were after Lynch and maybe Martin. Okay. Yeah, but they should go after everyone, player.
Yeah, for a grand
winning
final.
Winning or losing.
Should.
Oh, every single game, really. I mean, you got enough money to do it. I mean, what's the...
maybe they don't have enough money. I don't know. Maybe resources.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think... Well, they were saying after the first test he's going to get 4 years.
Yeah.
Now they're saying...
maximum.
Well, now they're saying 2. So
2, yeah. They reckon that's best case. Maybe that's why.
But the urine substitution still doesn't go away, though. Like, that still happened.
Is that... For the substitution, is that 4 years?
I think that's 4 years.
Just
by itself, tampering with evidence.
Yeah, then it's going to be 4 years. I think they were saying he can't get 6 years or what. It's an additional.
It won't be an additional. It'll be concurrent.
If it's 4 years, it's just about career because he's
it's career's over. I would have thought.
Mature recruit as well.
Yeah, he was I think 23, 24, so he's going to get another year on the list. But unless if he gets 2 years, look, I can see him staying on the list. But if it's 4, then you can't carry a guy for 3 more years.
No, he's only got 1 year.
Even if it's Dusty or something, you can't carry him on the list for 3 years if he's not going to play.
So with Willie, do you think is he addicted? Like, surely he'd learn after the first time, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, cannabis.
You can get.
I wouldn't say it's a PED, right? It's like it's more of a relaxing stimulant. So it might be PED though,
because you're relaxed before.
Yeah, you're relaxed before the game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it defies logic that he would do that again after the urine substitution.
But what complicates is last week I think Canberra, I think they legalized
marijuana.
Yeah, you can carry 50 grams. And I think Ron Connolly was talking about this. So you're allowed to have it there. So what if you play GWS in Canberra one week and you take some?
So maybe he's unlucky he played at the Optus Stadium then, but
it's an interesting one with the
It'll be sad if he's lost to the game because he's a special talent.
Oh yeah,
as all the Riolis are.
One of the favourite players. Yeah. So. Yeah, let's move on. I might talk a little bit about the kicking competition. Did you see that? This is a bit of fun, really.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching it to see Wingard fail, and he Did fail. He lost in the first round.
Who won?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Dangerfield?
Was it Brody Smith?
I don't know.
It's Clayton Oliver.
Oliver won it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So
there was another Smoky though.
Yeah, a Taylor came third, I think, and it wasn't Taylor Walker. No, Tayla Harris, the Carlton player. Carlton women's
best kicking action in the game.
Yeah. She kicked a 61.5 meters. That's huge.
61. So where did she rank?
I think she was third out of the guys that participated.
So she beat. Everyone else.
She beat a guy that kind of looks like a girl in Daniel Rich. We've talked about Wingard. He's a bit of a mummy's boy. And Josh Kennedy is probably the manliest man. Yeah, at the moment with the beard. I think that's the West Coast Josh Kennedy. I'm not too sure.
She came third. Wow.
Yeah, so
that's great.
If you want to kick like a girl, that's the girl you'd want to kick.
Or kick like a man. Yeah. 61 meters. Was she a drop punt or was it?
I did not watch it.
Okay.
And the sprint. Did you watch the sprint?
Yeah, the Gold Coast won their first award ever.
Yeah, good one. Ben King. Yeah, he smashed it. I think he just won it from Frosty. Yeah.
Both players probably going to move in the next couple of years, but
really hope Ben King doesn't move. It just saddens me to see all these
Gold Coast
elite
players.
Talent leave after a couple of years. It's not sustainable.
Well, I'll ask you about Sam Frost. I actually left it off my list.
Let's actually segue into the concessions Gold Coast got from the AFL.
Oh, yeah. You want to list them off by heart?
Yeah, okay, it's not hard. So they get the first pick in this year's draft. So they already had the first pick. Yep. So now they get the first 2 picks. And they get the first pick of the second round. So that's pick 20 or something.
So they'll get Rowell and Anderson 1, 2.
That's the, that's what they reckon. Because they're friends and they play together. And they're the best 2 players in the draft. Hopefully they don't trade it. Don't trade pick 2 for a Lockie Bella or some other average B grader.
Or even Matt Crouch or Brad Crouch.
No, I don't. If you want to get Brad Crouch, you trade next year's mid first round. Because they get pick 11 next year.
So that's at the back of the... No, that's midway through.
Midway through, so after the non-finalists. So I'll trade that for Brad Crouch if he wants to come. But I will not be giving him $1 million a year for 5 years.
That's what I was going to...
Yeah, you had that. So what do you reckon?
He's not $1 million man.
He's not.
I mean, we were talking before about Kelly. I think Kelly's more proven than Brad Crouch. And Brad Crouch is the one that's injured all the time. So
okay, what would you take? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'd take body. I'd take Matt to Crouch, be honest. Yeah. I wouldn't pay him $1 million, but...
Okay, what would you pay Brad Crouch?
Oh, 500 max.
500 for how many years?
Not for 5. For probably 3.
Yeah, he's not moving for that.
Yeah. Well, then stay in Adelaide then. You can't be... I think he's missed probably 2 full seasons of the majority.
His body doesn't... Yeah. I'd maybe give him maybe 650 on 3 with the trigger for a 4th.
Okay.
But no, he's not worth what his management is asking.
Good luck, Brad.
And Gold Coast, they also get the start of the second round in 2022. No, 2021.
Okay, so it's a 3-year
So it's a 3-year package, and they reckon that this is it. So the AFL gives them all this, and they get the Darwin zone, which is pretty good.
Well, that's I was going to say. They get all the Aboriginal
players like Rioli and McDonald, Tip and Woody and Jed Anderson, all these guys for free pretty much. There's not a lot of them. There might be like 1 a year, but... Yeah. So I reckon if Gold Coast fails this... AFL won't... They can't keep
up an amount now. No. I think... Yeah, I mean, they're going to get Ellis and then Greenwood requested a trade.
Anyone else?
Maybe, I think a Matt or a Brad Crouch.
One of them?
Potentially.
I think they should target him, and Adelaide should let them go.
Yeah, and they're going to... Hopefully Lukosius signs up as well.
That's the other thing.
Lukosius and Ben King, they've got to sign those guys up.
Yeah, Rankin's already staying.
Exactly, Rankin's staying.
I don't like the... it doesn't sound good, Lukosius and Ben King haven't signed. So hopefully Raul seems like the guy that would want to stay. So sign him up for 4 years.
Yeah. Well, has that been passed?
I think...
Are they going to get... So all their future picks are going to be 4-year contracts to the 2?
I don't think you can pass that. They just got to... The draftees just got to agree to it, I think.
So hopefully... I can see Raul and Anderson doing that because they're best mates.
I can see Raul, but I can't see Anderson. I don't know about Anderson because I don't know. Raul seems like what's being said seems like a Joel Selwood type.
Yeah.
With that leadership. But hopefully, I mean, Anderson's captain as well, I think, of Oakley. So hopefully they both stay.
Yeah, we'll circle back to Sam Frost. You'd mentioned him before. So, Sam Frost, Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
Sam Frost is a bachelor, I think.
Oh,
Bachelor, right?
Home and away, I think, too.
We'll take Sam Frost over Jack.
Well, apparently he's not been offered a contract by Melbourne. And
yeah, which is funny because Melbourne supporters like him.
Yeah, and he's probably... I mean, I understand Lever and May were compromised, but he was probably their best backman consistently this season.
He's got speed. He's not the best decision maker. Yeah. Looks like Hawthorn and Kangaroos are into
I don't want Hawks to get him because you could just see Hawks turning him into a Lake or a Frawley, like a premiership.
They could, yeah.
Premiership fullback because he's got great closing speed.
He does, yeah.
Quick spoiler.
He came second in the
sprint. Hopefully you guys get him.
No, but I don't really want him because he's 28. If he was maybe 25 or something, I'd consider him. But he's a bit old for my liking.
Not the Hawks, please.
And I'd rather Dougal Howard.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah, because he's younger. I think he's 22 or something, and he had a good maybe 2 years ago.
2017, he was good. I think he broke the record for the most number of spoils in the season.
And he's 200 centimeters, so he can play on the Lynches and the.
Well, the issue is we're trying to play him as a forward, which if I was him, I'd say play me as a backman or I'm going.
Yeah.
So
you guys have a good backline, so I don't know, maybe give up a future second or something.
Yeah. He could be a star if he plays consistently down back because he was just coming into form and then for some reason we're not playing him.
We need more tall backs. Like we have Durden and Mackay developing. No guarantees if they'll make it, and Tarrant's going to be 31 next year. So, no, I'd want Dougal Howard for sure.
Good leadership too. When all the players were out, one match I think we made him captain for, so he's good from that sense as well.
Hopefully, anything else? Let's talk about Buddy and Daniher.
Yeah.
Could they function in the small MCG if Daniher decides to go there?
Yeah, I think they'll make it work because Daniher can play second string ruckman.
Yeah.
Franklin's only probably got a couple of years left, and they need a succession plan. I think we're all wondering the whole season what Sydney are going to do. We knew they were going to do something. They pulled Franklin under GWS's control, so I think it can. And look, it's going to be mostly Daniher because Franklin's only got a couple of years left.
But it's a weird one because they have Tom McCartan who's shown something, and
he's
also
more probably of like a third string,
tall.
And I don't think Sam Reid hasn't come on.
And Blakey's the other one. I think Blakey's 125 centimeters, so he's a key position. He can probably play midfield as well, though. So maybe they see Blakey pushing up into the midfield.
They've got to get Daniher right, though. I mean, his last full season, he won a BNF and was All-Australian. So if his body's right, then he's a star, regardless of where he plays.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
Can I ask you about Dogs? Do you reckon they found their missing pieces in Keith and Josh Bruce?
Yeah, I reckon they're two really good pickups because that's what they lack, tall key position players. So
they're playing Drac Trengrove on Lynch.
Yeah, and they're playing Shaki, who's a bit hot and cold. So if they replace them two with, which you have to say, proven key position players in Keith and Bruce, who are pretty much in their prime, that they could contend for top 4 next year.
Yeah, I mean they're probably ready. I mean their team compared to the 16 premierships a bit different. They've got a lot of the players have matured. Like Blunt's probably arguably top 3 in the AFL.
Yeah.
Crane, Hunter, and
Norton standing up, and
that's the other thing.
The young players.
Yeah, Bruce gives support to Norton because they didn't have a second key tall.
Yeah,
that's, like you said, Shaki's not reliable as yet.
Yeah, couple of questions without notice sort of thing. Back to the Gold Coast. Could you target a Hodge type? Is there anyone out there that? And they're getting Ellis, but he's got a couple of premierships, and he'll.
Well, the one was Burgoyne, and he didn't go.
They
tried with Roughhead.
Eddie Betts, they tried with.
Yeah, but Eddie. I don't think Eddie Betts would have been that good because he's only got a year left.
I was thinking Dale Thomas. You think maybe?
Dale Thomas or Dale Morris has retired. They're probably the two that
Dale
come
Thomas
to mind.
Probably has a year left, maybe. Yeah. Bryce Gibbs, maybe.
Yeah, I just don't see Bryce Gibbs going again though, because he's already moved back to. He just had another kid, I think.
Okay. It's a bit of a forgotten man, huh? All this Adelaide talk, and no one's mentioned Bryce Gibbs.
No one wants him apparently. They probably can't get a Hodge. They probably can get a combination of players to add up to a Hodge, if that makes sense. So if they get a Morris and a Thomas,
Harry Taylor's Taylor. Yeah, he's almost cooked, but if they can get him. Oh well, I don't know. They
need just not just one player. They need a few. So it's not looking likely because, Hodge was announced fairly early.
Just target the Crouch boys at if I was Gold Coast.
If you can get both of them, you got Rowell and Anderson.
I really want to see Gold Coast do well.
You got Swallow, you got Witts, you got a few good players.
Yeah, Miller and Harbrow.
Exactly. You just need some guns in the midfield. I think their spine's looking decent. You got King, Lukosius, you got Rankin to come back as well as a exciting forward.
Yeah. I'm almost getting sick of the media and the general public bashing Gold Coast.
It's not good for the comp.
Yeah.
They skew the final eight because of percentages.
Yeah, it does, but I still, want to see them succeed and, almost going against the grain and,
Get your membership.
Maybe I will if they have a good start to the year. Maybe Papley I might touch on. So it was reported by Tom Brown that we offered him $800 to $900 a year.
Is that true?
Well, Papley's dad had a go at Tom Brown immediately after saying you're a joke of a journalist or something, and then I think Tom Brown deleted that.
Wait.
If it was true, then
that's way too much, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he would have signed by now, and he's nominated Carlton, who's we don't know how much they're offering.
So what should he be getting?
Maybe 700, 750.
So he wouldn't be getting 700 with the Swans, but obviously when you move clubs, you obviously
get a bit more, 700.
Which is, I think that's still too much. I think 500 to 600 is probably reasonable. He's had one good year.
No,
one good full year.
Yeah, this year's been
he's been a standout player.
But a couple of years, he's kicked a lot of goals. But it's the type of player we need. But I would have definitely liked him at the club. Not for our first pick this year. I'd give our first pick next year. Yeah, but back to the I suppose.
Well, the Blues into everyone. Martin, Papley, all the small forwards too.
Load up on their forward line, aren't they? Yeah.
Well, you think on the small forward, you think they should want bets even?
Not really.
Because he was struggling to get a game for the Crows.
Yeah, if I was Carlton, I wouldn't want bets. I'd go for Papley and Martin and put him in. And
bring Betts as a mentor, because he was really big for guys like Yaron and Garland and even Mitch Robertson back in the day. So he's definitely got a role to play, but I wouldn't recruit him as a player, to be honest. But apparently they've already promised him the number 19 Guernsey, so I think it's down the track.
Was he 19 in? Or maybe he was.
Might have been 9. I think it's down the fair bit down the track anyway.
Okay, right.
How about Patton as well? You think that's a good get for the Hawks?
He's a bit, I don't know, not really. Because they have Mitchell Lewis, and he's shown a lot, I think. And they're both similar type, that big-bodied centre-half forward type. Yeah. So, do you think Patton can get his body right and contribute?
That's great. He's on 3 ACLs here. The jury's probably out, but at his best, he's
I can't remember his best, to be honest. It's been so long since he played.
I think it was 26 and he kicked 44.
Did he?
And they lost to the Dogs in that prelim, but
St Kilda's in for they're probably the most active team for this draft. Trade period.
What should they offer for Hill?
Well, they want pick 4 or 5, right? Pick 5.
You reckon that's fair?
Pick 5, but I want maybe a late second rounder coming back, or even an early third. Hill's in his prime and he's a gun, but just that high pick on its own, maybe not. Ideally, it'd probably be worth around pick 10.
Yeah.
But Freo don't want them to split it.
How about Kelly? You reckon he's going to go Eagles or Freo?
He'll get to the Eagles.
Eagles.
And he shouldn't he should, if he wants to go home, he should go to any club.
So what would you give if you were West Coast 2 first rounds? You'd have to, right?
Yeah, 2. I think they want 3 in the top 30, so maybe
late first round as well.
Yeah, maybe a couple. What would you give? 2 in the teens?
Two first rounders are a starting point.
Yeah, since you're West Coast, maybe 2 in the teens and maybe 1 in the 20s.
You could throw in a player in there, surely. I know they didn't want to get rid of Brander.
Why not?
Last year.
He would have been perfect because he's the Geelong Falcons.
Yeah. I think maybe this year they might cave because Kelly's worth it.
Yeah,
surely.
There's a couple. There's Petricelli maybe or Venables.
Yeah. Well, they're still in the window, surely, West Coast, so it's worth it. He kicked 3 and had 31 in a prelim, so
yeah, he'd be perfect.
He's a gun. And shout out to Cam Ellis-Yolman, who gave us one of our first likes on Twitter.
Oh, yes.
Signed a 3-year deal at the Lions, which I think is a good deal.
Yeah, because he's been on 1-year deals for a while now.
Yeah, a bit of stability for his career, and obviously Neil and Lyons need a bit of support in the midfield. And Neil's obviously a small body. Lyons is decent body, but Ellis-Yolman's going to add to that.
Hopefully, can play some finals. Yeah. Anything else?
How about Ryder as well? You reckon Saints should want Ryder?
Yeah, that's hilarious how he teased Essendon and then gave him...
Bit of payback for Asada.
And said the culture and the vibe in St Kilda was really good and he visited. But everyone's on holidays, so there's no one there. So so that's how bad Essendon are going.
Yeah,
I think an empty Moorabbin's better than... the vibe there is better than Windy Hill.
It's interesting. Or Tom Reed. Number one recruiter was Jack Kyler. So
no, he'll be good. I think Rowan wants to play... Rowan Marshall wants to play more forward. Yeah, I've heard that. He prefers a forward.
Well, that suits Ryder because Ryder wants to play right.
So maybe they'll do Rowan Marshall pairing with Membry and King when he comes in. 70% forward, 30% ruck, and Ryder can do that. So, I'm going to be paying more attention to the Saints because they'll have a different looking team with Hill running around.
And Jack Stevens going to go to Cats most likely as well.
Yeah, for a late pick.
Which is probably fair enough.
And also Zach Jones is going to St Kilda as well. There'll be so much movement this year.
Yeah, I think 36 last year. I think maybe not double last year, but at least 50 maybe.
And a quick word on the Kangaroos. I want us to trade our first pick next year.
Okay.
So it'll probably be around pick 10 or something.
To get who?
I don't care. Just get a quality A grader.
No preference.
If it's not a player, then get another couple of picks between the first and second round this year. Because next year's draft is very compromised. So even if we do move back into the second round with a couple of picks, we might be able to move back into the first round because clubs with academy players like you guys, I think, might have a...
Yeah, we've got a few.
Yeah, you might... Depending on where you finish, you might... we might be able to get back into that middle of first round. So trade that next year's first round and take risks because otherwise we're not going to get anywhere.
You don't want safe selections. You don't want any safe selections. Take a punt. A calculated.
Taking a first round, one first rounder and one second rounder and one third rounder isn't going to cut it.
Not going to do any damage.
Just do what West Coast did a few years ago. They traded with Gold Coast and they got a selection of picks and they got Rioli, Ryan, Petricelli, I think, and all these guys. So Rawlings doesn't start work until end of this trade period. So
he's already started, surely.
He's probably having discussions, but hopefully we do something like that. So any word on Port Adelaide?
Oh, just draft. No recruits, just draft. You've seen what happened with Rockcliffe, Watson, Motlop. I think only probably Rockcliffe's probably entrenched in the team. So, and hang on to Powell Pepper too, and Dougal Howard playing back.
Yeah, I think Powell Pepper's staying according to
Brampton to the Crows doesn't really hurt us too much. And with Ryder going, Ladham's going to get more opportunity. So just add to that trio last year. Yeah, and we've got good. Mead hopefully coming in this year as well.
Yeah, Mead will be a good player. So, what's your first pick this year? Do you have it? Yeah, pick 7 or 8. Yeah, around there. Late. So you get that guy, whoever that is, and you get Mead for like pick 15. So
and we've got, I think, Peter Burgoyne's son next year and Jared Schofield's son the next year as well. So we've got you just keep adding to that. No recruits unless they're under 21. Fantasia, I wouldn't mind getting him, but not for anything. Maybe a third round pick, I'd say. Yeah. Second round picks unders. And don't trade Wines too.
I was going to mention that. Yeah,
do not trade Wines.
Direct swap. Wines for Fantasia.
I might throw the phone somewhere if we trade Wines.
Okay, cool. So we might wrap it up there. Trade period is pretty much the most exciting period, I reckon. Draft probably for me, but now the boring stuff is over with the grand final and stuff. So
your time is on.
Interesting, yeah. So we might do a recap of the trade period in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. We've got probably 60 trades to digest.
Yeah, we'll do that. So 40 minutes is just ticking over soon. So all right. Thanks for listening.
See you guys.